Basically, the reason we're out here the past few days is there was a sewer overflow. The overflow was caused by grease in the lines, and we're out here to clean it up, get it out of the line, and then we're putting a camera into the line to make sure we're getting it all out. The camera, it follows behind the trucks that are actually cleaning out all the grease, just making sure it gets all the grease out, making sure that there's not any roots that the grease was getting hung on to cause more blockages. They call it a vacuum truck, but it's a combination truck because it does a combination of cleaning and vacuuming, and that's what they're doing. A couple of streets down, they're cleaning and vacuuming all the grease out. Grease is a problem because customers pour it down the drain not knowing what it does. It goes down the drain into the sewer mains, and it just sticks to the sides of the walls, and after time it just builds up and builds up and builds up before you know it, clogs up the pipe. Wherever the overflow happened, we'll usually go in and go several sections up and several sections down to clean all of those sections to make sure wherever the blockage was, we clean. People think just because it's a small amount that it doesn't matter, but when you take one person, then another person, and another, and you got your whole neighborhood doing the same thing, then it builds up and it builds up. And even though it's liquid, when it gets into the sewer mains, it solidifies and sticks to the walls, and that's causing the stoppages, and that's causing the overflows into the storm drains into lakes. It just causes a big mess. The problem we have with restaurants is if they don't have their grease traps cleaned out on a regular basis, then the grease is escaping from the grease traps into the laterals going into the sewer mains, and it's doing the same thing. It builds up and it builds up, and then there's another overflow. To properly dispose of the grease, as far as household, they have the fat trappers you can get through FAYPWC, or another way is just to take an old jar that you're not using, dump it into there. When it gets full, dispose of it in your waste. Definitely do not pour down the drain. And as far as disposable wipes, they're not completely disposable. They break down over time, so they still cause problems with the sewer system. Baby wipes, people flush with baby wipes not even thinking about it. They cause the same problems as rags, paper towels. They'll get caught. I've been on several jobs where laterals are clogged up with baby wipes. People just don't think about it. They just flush them. And just because a wipe or a paper towel says flushable, when you flush them, it takes a long time to degrade. It's not instantaneous. They still cause problems with the sewer. The way it affects the customers with the grease and the overflows is there's manholes in people's yards, in the front yards or in the backyards, and if there's an overflow, that overflow will happen in the backyard, or can happen in the backyard where your kids and your dogs are playing, and that's very unsanitary. So when you're dumping this down the drain, think about your kids. I mean, your kids will be playing in this. Another problem that grease can cause is overflows and backups coming into the house. If there's a house and a low-lying, at the bottom of a hill, let's say, the sewer's going to go to the path of least resistance, and that can be coming up into someone's house through their toilets, their sinks, their showers, and just cause a really big mess in your house. The reason I dispose of grease properly is I see what it does on a daily basis. Every day we always find grease. No matter what neighborhood, what area, there's always grease. And it's a big problem, and it's such an easy thing to take care of. It would make everyone's life a lot easier if people would just dispose of it properly. It would save us time, it would save our environment, and it would save our kids' environment for future.